Doing intros is pretty
Don't bang on the fucking table.
No, I won't.
And I was gonna say
he does that so much, bro. It pisses me off.
Fuck you, Ethan. Welcome to Are We Recording episode 3?
It's 3, right?
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Since you did the episode, or since we decided to do the episode 0, every episode has just been...
We forgot we counted it? Yeah, nah.
So, I think it's episode 3. Yeah, it's definitely episode 3.
It's episode 3.
And today, we are joined by, well, my blood brother, Dylan Sutton. And, yeah... As you can tell, Dylan and Ethan are
best friends
getting along. You're getting along pretty well.
Yeah. We're actually related by blood too.
Facts.
Yeah.
Do you know he's black?
Yeah.
This is news to me. Well, anyway, so my brother is here to talk to us today a little bit about some music. We'll be talking about Tyler, the Creator's new album. Who, I mean, I think we all have some things to say about it. We'll talk a little bit about soccer and what's going on in the UEFA Cup, and I guess kind of whatever else happens. But Dylan, why don't you tell people there's something big that happened to you, or I guess, it's going to happen to you here in the coming months. So you're moving to Arizona.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Man, I mean, thinking about it too much definitely freaks me out. So I try to avoid all that. Graduating high school was something that I always sort of knew was coming. But then once it happened, it was something that you almost can't believe you got there. I'm sure you guys sort of went through the same shit. And, college is going to be a fun and crazy new experience for everyone, but especially for me, who I've been to Arizona once in my whole life, and that was with you to visit the campus. I'm definitely ready for some new shit. And it's scary, but I'm excited as hell,
Yeah, I be forgetting that you're Gage's younger brother, because you look like big brother. That's
That's easy when this guy's 5'6".
That is short.
Hey,
short ass. Hey, we don't mess with short. That's short.
Bro,
whoa, what are you talking to me for?
Yeah, okay, anyway, yes, I am the older but shorter brother. Yeah. But that's okay. We love and respect short kings around here, and
SZA loves and respects Short King. We're still waiting back on SZA to hit me back, but when she does, because it's the power. What is it? The power of positivity and affirmation. It will happen if I keep saying it and I'll leave it out in the universe. It'll happen. SZA will love me one day.
That's bold.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hot take. I'm gonna be right about it one day.
So I guess kind of sticking with going to college. It's a big. A big change in your life. And for me, I grew up in San Antonio, and going an hour away here in San Marcos to Texas State, it was still a change for me, but I can't imagine moving halfway across the country. And I mean, I guess let's talk to you about it. You're from Dallas.
Yeah.
And coming to San Marcos, it isn't a 1-hour drive like it is for me to San Antonio. So when you graduated high school, what were you feeling? Do you remember what you were feeling?
I was gassed. I know it's been a minute since we graduated, but I was gassed only because where I am from in Dallas, I never went to a normal high school. I'm pretty sure a lot of the friends and family that are listening right now, they know that I went to an early college high school, so I'm smarter than everybody else. And
put that in there. Dude, there's no need for you to flex like that.
I just gotta do shit like that.
Okay, but he's not wrong. Actually, he's super smart.
I'm a genius.
Super smart guy.
I'm a genius.
Not to say that.
Imagine a genius being an adult film star. That's just
Oh, you didn't know about that.
He hasn't been listening to our episode.
You haven't been listening.
No. So, just to show anyone can be on this show.
So, Ethan is...
an aspiring adult film star.
Oh, okay.
His dream is to work for...
Bang Bros.
Yeah. I wanted to make sure.
One day. I want to do... I feel like...
He's joking, by the way.
Yeah, of course.
That's crazy because my dream is to direct for Bang Bros. So.
I think we can work some shit out.
We got a guy behind the camera.
The guy on the camera.
In front of the camera. So
you can be the guy with the tissues. You just
Wow.
No, I'm not even gonna be in the same room.
He's clean up.
I'm on the cleanup crew.
Because
I'm Mexican, bro.
Oh my gosh! I mean, you said it. It's not me. I didn't say that. That was you.
Anyway, so.
But yeah, imagine me being the first guy ever, like, to be on Bang Bros and then commentate and then interview Lionel Messi. Like, that would be honestly, like, nobody could ever tell me anything. Like, that would be so great. But I digress. But like, back to college and him moving to college, and I guess we could call this like a warm up for college, in the sense of like. I don't know, for me, college was not necessarily a culture shock, but it was different because I went to high school with a bunch of blue-haired people. So it was just, like, different to see, like, people that look like me. There's not a lot of people of color from where I live. I live in the suburbs. What was that thing that Kodak did? I live in suburbia. So, like, I didn't see a lot of people of color there. So when I met a bunch of people of color at Texas State, because Texas State is really diverse, like, I'd say that. Yeah. It's like, I would consider it as, like, not a mini HBCU. Like, I really think of it as, like, a mini HBCU.
Interesting.
And so, like, getting more people like you guys, like, I've never met people like you guys in my life. Like, I didn't have friends like that in high school. And so, like, that was, I would say, the biggest thing is just, like, meeting new people is probably the craziest thing. I know that's corny, and I feel like a cornball saying that. Like, my stomach hurts saying that.
My stomach hurts.
My stomach hurts, but my stomach hurts. But I just feel like... my stomach hurts. No, but I just feel like that's probably the coolest thing is just meet new people. Like, and there's a lot of weirdos in the world. And it's fun just to like see weirdos and make fun of them, but then like be friends with some weirdos. So, like, I guess that was the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, and I mean honestly, I think that's probably the coolest part about college is just getting to meet people who, have similar interests and
even people that don't.
Yeah, even people who don't have similar interests. Just getting to meet new people, and I've made friends in college that I think are gonna be lifelong, like people who I'm gonna have connections with throughout.
Are you talking about me?
I guess.
You
cannot let his ego rest for a second. I know. We got an egomaniac over here. But anyway, so getting into it, Dylan, a little bit. What aspect of college are you most looking forward to? And I mean, you already said you're a little nervous, but I mean, is there something that you think when you get there you're gonna kind of see or you're gonna like experience and then kind of relax and say, all right, college is...
Man, if anything, I feel like it's the other way around. I feel like right now I'm like sort of going into it and I'm like gonna get something while I'm there that's like, oh, this is so much worse than I could have thought it was gonna be. It's gonna be that first time that I'm there buying groceries for myself, I think.
You never bought groceries before?
Not for myself. I go and I get it for my family or some shit. But when I go and get like one single like frozen pizza for myself, I'm eating that shit alone watching fucking Family Guy at night, I'm gonna cry.
Nah, bro, like, I get that. Because, like, the other day, like, I went to the grocery store and I spent, like, 20 minutes buying sauces. And I was like, bro, why am I'm a loser. I've been buying sauces. Like, I was buying, like, what was it? The creamy ranch, the Whataburger creamy ranch, Polynesian sauce. They had it at, no free sponsors, at a grocery store near us. And so we was like, I was just walking around. I was like, bro, I'm a loser. I'm walking around with paper towels and sauce, like just in my basket.
That's what I'm saying. And there's like real adult shit that I'm just not ready for. Like,
well, that's the biggest transition I think is like, especially if you're going somewhere out of state.
Yeah,
you really have to grow up fast, and you have to. I mean, you're gonna have to provide for yourself and do a lot of things on your own that you're not used to doing on your own. But that's why you make friends. Honestly, like. Texas State was cool and all, but all right, Ethan, don't get too emotional. But once I started meeting some of the guys I met like at KTSW, including Ethan, that's what made college a lot easier for me. So I think for you, bro, you just got to go and find some friends, find some people who you can get along with, even if it's just your roommates. I didn't have that luck. That's a story we'll save for another episode of the podcast. But yeah, it's just finding the right people to put around you, bro, and then just going out and doing those things that you have to do, but having fun with it. Yeah. And I mean, I'm excited for you.
I am
Arizona
too.
State. Yeah. They call it HPVU, right?
See, that's what I'm worried about. Like, it is like a party school, but I'm an art major, so I already know that like you said, it's gonna be a bunch of weirdos.
That's it. Like, what type of art major? Like
film.
Oh,
So it's not so bad, but it's like,
weird.
I don't know. I think if it was like theater.
No, like in hindsight, I should have been a theater minor because like we have fun doing like the podcast.
Yeah.
And, like the amount of skit ideas that I had, it's hilarious.
Coming.
Like they're coming too. Once we need a female actor. All right. If you're interested in being a female actress, you're right. It's 2021. We need a female actress to be in our skits, all right, and then to do some fun stuff afterwards. But I digress.
No. I was just about to say I got the hair for it too,
Wow.
but no.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like the theater kids, they're weird, bro. But that's how theater kids are. They're also fun though.
No, yeah.
I would say the biggest thing, like, I don't know, it kind of depends on what you think. Like, I have a younger brother, he's going into college too.
Oh, yeah.
And he's kind of, like, really into the party atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to tell him, like, don't hype it up. Like, as soon as you live in the hype of, like, we're partying every day, I'm going to hang out with this many girls, this many guys, 2021, then you can.
Your brother's gonna hear this shit.
Yeah. Because I gotta.
Hey, we're getting Ian on the show, dude.
Right,
we have to.
He got something crazy happened this weekend in the Hamilton household that I would share on the podcast right now. But it literally is so like he's a loser. Like it's the hardest L he's ever caught. I've ever seen him caught, and he caught it like on his birthday. It was a tough L. Like my.
So
You're too slurp champ. That's all I gotta say. Ian, if you're listening, you're a disgrace. All right. I digress.
Okay, so we're gonna need to get Ian on the show soon.
Gage, it was bad, bro. Like I want to say it right now, but there's a good chance my mom and my dad are listening, and I can't have them hear it. I gotta wait for an episode where they don't hop on, so I can get that shit on. But like, just don't fall in love with the sauce. Like that's what I would say before you get there. Like don't get caught in the sauce because people get caught in the sauce with like, oh, college is partying all the time, and then you realize like, oh, I just sit in my dorm all day.
Yeah. I'm gonna be surrounded by that shit at ASU. It's like the party school.
Yeah.
Well, I thought the same thing coming to Texas State, but I'm a loser, so
Yeah.
I didn't really go to a lot of parties. I think you just have to surround yourself with the right people. The thing is, if you're surrounding yourself with people who are gonna be out there putting parties ahead of everything else, then that's probably where you're gonna run into problems.
For sure.
But take care of your school, bro. Be responsible.
Yeah, don't be a nerd.
Yeah, don't be a nerd.
Leave the house.
All right.
Yeah, we don't want nerds listening to our podcast. If you're a nerd, get off the podcast right now.
Yeah, get out of here.
Get out of here.
Yeah, we don't want you here.
Stop. Alright, that was our PSA for the episode.
So now we got to talk about, I guess, one of the things that I'll transition it kind of smoothly. You have an album that just came out, and I think it might be the anthem to you moving to college, because I feel like I had an anthem for like when I was getting ready to go to college. That was like right after what's it called? DiCaprio had dropped.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So DiCaprio was really cool, and I was listening to that album a lot, or DiCaprio 2, I should say. So now you got "Call Me If You Get Lost" by Tyler the Creator. It's been a while since we heard Igor, and now we got this album. And Dylan, I know you love Igor. I think you actually went and gave Igor a happy birthday before you did, because Igor came out on my birthday, May 17th. Yeah. Dylan came into my room with his vinyl and said, "Happy birthday, Igor," before he told me.
That shit.
Such a good brother.
May 17th will always be such an important day for me, because I remember I was like, oh yeah, cool, it's Gage's birthday. I was like, I don't really give a shit. I walked into, I remember it like it was fucking yesterday. On the day it came out, Barrett was over, right? And I came over and I said, "Happy birthday." Went back to my room. I was like, I guess I'll check out this new Tyler, because I had never really fucked with him before. But I went and listened to it, and I was like, yeah, this is it. This is life changing.
You can hear it. Like I'm with you. Like I wouldn't say I was like, I always liked Tyler. And like I said, I was an Odd Future junkie.
Yeah.
Okay, middle school. I mean, for me, it was Earl. Earl was my guy. He still is my guy.
I love Earl Sweatshirt.
But the run Tyler's been on the last 6-7 years, it's been amazing. This project is probably my favorite of the year. Like I love J. Cole project, even though I'm not a big J. Cole fan. Not fan. I'm like not a J. Cole stan. But I like that J. Cole project. I thought that was J. Cole's best project. But this,
Wait, whoa, ever?
Yeah, for sure.
I know we're here to talk about Tyler, but I feel like
Let's first talk about Tyler and we can talk about that.
Yeah, okay. So if we have some time, we'll go back to J. Cole. But, Tyler is such an interesting, persona for hip-hop for me, because he started off as someone who is just kind of, controversial. Like, he started with, he was eating cockroaches, dissing people just to diss them, just saying shit in his songs just to piss people off. It was really what it seemed like at first. And Honestly, it's not that I never liked or I didn't like Tyler. I always liked him. I've always thought he was really funny and creative. But I didn't really start becoming a Tyler, the Creator fan until Flower Boy came out. And since then, I really don't think he's missed, including this album. I don't think there was a single song on there that I skipped, or there isn't a single song on here that I listened to and said, that was a bad song. Every song on here was a hit, in my opinion. There were no misses. And the features on here...
Bro, I'm such a fan of, like...
Yeah.
Like, especially the surprise features. Like, I love that so much.
So good.
That should... I know we're in the deluxe, like, trend right now where every rapper does deluxe. Do the surprise feature. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Like, don't tell me, like... not even, like, this rush feature. Just don't tell me the track list. Just point the album out and then don't put the features on there. That makes the listening experience, like, so much more fun. Like...
You look at Astroworld as, like, the prime example for that. I think everyone's first listen to Astroworld was some shit that, like, you'll always remember because you're like... Who the fuck is Don Tolliver? And it's like,
that's true.
That was like that intro to him, and it was like,
well, when Sicko Mode dropped, everyone was like, "Oh my god, that's Drake!
Yeah,
that's Drake!"
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like all these famous reactions because of that shit, and it just adds so much to the album, especially with someone like Tyler who has such a diverse like spread of people in the like hip hop game that he can reach. You know,
not even hip. Sorry to interrupt you, but not even hip hop game. Like I think Tyler's like, I think he's entering that S tier of like. Arrangement, like he's entering that Pharrell Kanye thing where you like you can trust him with any artist
or genre
and he can put them in the best spot, you know, like if you see a feature he's in like a la Youngboy, a la 42 Doug, a la like not Frank Ocean but
he had Rex Orange County on Flower Boy.
Brent Fayez like bro Sweet is I never thought I would love a 10-minute song the way I love Sweet, and I thought we were dancing like oh my, that song is so amazing. Like even the Wayne verse was so great. Like Tyler's entering that class of artists for me.
I really like this album, and I think I know your answer, Dylan. I want to hear what Ethan has to say too. Do y'all think this is Tyler's best album? And if so, why? Why is it better than Igor or Flower Boy? Because I feel like those are the only other two that should be mentioned near the best of his albums. Because don't get me wrong, I'll always have a special place for Goblin and Wolf. But if we're talking just realistically, I don't think those albums touch any of the last three Tyler's put out. And if you're watching and you disagree...
Comment.
No,
shut up.
Yeah.
Don't comment. Shut up.
Okay, well... You're not the host, so we want you to keep watching.
Unless you're a nerd. Nerd. Get off if you're a nerd. Get off.
Please keep watching. Comment and just let us know why you're wrong in the comments because I think these last three Tyler albums are by far the best.
I think so too.
But Dylan, which one do you think is Tyler's best album?
It's not Call Me If You Get Lost. It's great. I think it's probably number 2, but it is number 1 is one of the last 3 he put out, and that's, I think, for me, easily life-changing album. The Grinch soundtrack.
He's just trying.
That shit was really so ass. It just made me want to stop listening to music forever. It was really life-changing. No, but for real, Igor is not only Tyler's best album, it's one of the best albums I've ever heard. It's my second favorite album of all time, behind only Under Pressure by Logic.
You didn't like that, homie. Do you like Igor? Do you like Igor?
I like Igor. That like I'm with him. Like I love Igor. Yeah. Like it's just I love Igor. But I'm gonna be a contrarian. Not a contrarian. I'm just gonna be a devil's advocate. Mm-hmm. I think after a week, I know it's hard to say after a week.
Yeah.
Parentheses after a week, and we get it. You music nerds, we get it after a week. But I would say this is Tyler's best project. I would say that because you can see that he's fully realized his idea of like him as an artist. Because the best way I could describe it like to Gage is that like I would say that Flower Boy is like a bull in a china shop.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like that's how I would best describe it. And then Flower Boy would be like maybe a bull with a tuxedo, like a bull, like you know what I mean? Like because he did such a great job like conveying like a fictional character's like. Like feelings and emotions when he couldn't fully realize like his own emotions, and so like he kind of took the next step from that in Call Me If You're Lost, where he was able to fully realize his thoughts and emotions onto like how many songs was that, Gage?
16.
16.
16 songs, Like, and it just sounds so polished, and he sounds so confident too. Like, I think that was the biggest thing missing for Igor. Like, I don't know about you, but I love when rappers are very braggadocious and they talk that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I love when rappers talk that shit. And even though Igor is great and I love it for what it was, he didn't talk his shit on that album. There's some parts he did. New Magic 1, he talked his shit on.
Yeah.
But this album, he came out and he grabbed next with the first 3 songs.
Yeah. I mean, the thing for me, dude, is I think Igor is a conceptual album. And I think there are aspects that can be, or there are aspects of, of a concept, of a concept on Call Me If You Get Lost. But
I think there's a concept.
There's a concept, but I just don't think it's as clear cut as the narrative that Igor is trying to paint, right? But one thing I really love about Call Me If You Get Lost is that there are a lot of tracks about Tyler just being vulnerable. Wilshire is one of my favorite tracks. Wilshire is one of my favorite tracks.
I like Wilshire. For me, Wilshire was I do like Wilshire a lot. Like I said, there's not a song. For me, it was the length on Wilshire. Like the length didn't matter on Sweet. I think it was because there was a beat flip.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Tyler's rapping on Wilshire, for me, like it was 8 minutes and a half.
Yeah.
If he could have brought it down to 6.5, I'd have been fine.
See, like I understand, like I guess from the point of view of like not being able to like go back and listen to Wilshire like all the time because the rapping isn't that great. But like, I mean,
it's good, but like, I don't think that's where Tyler excels. Like, I don't need 8.5 minutes of Tyler rapping. Like, Tyler's a good rapper. You can make the case he's a better rapper than some people's favorite rappers that are really big. I'm not gonna say a name because we just talked about him earlier. But
oh my god!
But
All right.
but I don't need 8.5 minutes of Tyler rapping. Like, it's good. Like, it's not a bad song. I like the song. Yeah. I like what he's rapping about. Like, I know he may or may not have dissed ASAP Nas on that song, but I love when rappers diss each other. Yeah. But I don't need 8 minutes and a half. See, I think that's probably the only song I'm not gonna go back to.
I think it's kind of like funny that you mentioned that because it's like the reason I like that song so much is kind of for what you mentioned earlier about how Igor, he was like kind of afraid to say what he really wanted to say the whole time.
He was able to say it like, you know how like the best way I could describe it, tell me if I'm wrong. When you see like those cartoon shows or not cartoon shows where the people they will talk, they can't fully express their emotion, but they'll talk out of a puppet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's how I feel like Tyler was on Igor. Like he's talking through a puppet.
Yeah.
Like he's talking through somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah, see, but my main thing was like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like not a lot of people have been talking about it, but like literally in Wilshire, you listen to it, he literally 100% in words confirms he is
bisexual.
Part of the LGBTQ.
He's bisexual.
Community. Yes, he's bisexual. And that's crazy because Igor, he put it out there. He was like, a boy is a gun, call me by your name. Stuff like that where you could like infer and everyone was pretty sure of it. But now like he's making himself so vulnerable to put that information out there. And also Wilshire isn't a song about him like being in a lovey-dovey relationship and him being happy. He's the villain of that track. Mm-hmm. And he says it himself. He's like, he's the bad guy. And there's no getting around it.
Was that the song where he said that he fell in love with his best friend?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's Rihanna?
That's what I was thinking. But I was already freaking out because I thought Igor itself was about Rocky.
Oh, hey, you're adding layers to this. Like I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Like I knew they had a bromance and stuff, but
Igor
Wilshire might be about
Rihanna,
bro.
Rihanna, to be honest.
I would too, dude. She is gorgeous.
Rihanna, no, we're not doing that again.
She is gorgeous, yeah. But and me and Dylan were actually talking about it on the way here. Her and ASAP Rocky might be the best. I know we're moving on from Tyler, but ASAP Rocky and Rihanna might be the most attractive couple in the world right now.
Not more attractive than me and SZA.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do a poll when this comes out. Who's more attractive? ASAP Rocky and Rihanna or Ethan and SZA?
We're gonna have to Photoshop pictures of you and SZA though.
No, we won't. We won't have to Photoshop anything. We won't have to Photoshop anything.
Crudely photoshopped. But yeah, actually, with this Tyler album, what I really liked about it overall is just how much we've seen him grow as an artist. I think, obviously, like I said, I'll always have a place in my heart for Goblin and the early stuff from Tyler, but just as the years have gone by, Tyler has gotten so much better musically, and like you said, he stepped out of the rap genre and gotten into things that probably wouldn't have tried a couple years ago if it weren't for him, just kind of expanding his horizons and stuff and working with people who I never thought he would work with.
Yeah.
If you would have told me he would have worked with Rex Orange County early in his career, I would have told you you're crazy. Yeah. Or if that he was going to work with Pharrell or anything like that. It just didn't seem likely.
That Pharrell, what was the song, Juggernaut?
Yeah, Juggernaut was Uzi too. Yeah. And that
Pharrell verse was ridiculous.
Pharrell's great, bro. We saw him in concert. He was fucking awesome.
Yeah. I really don't know what to say about Tyler. I think he's really, really come into his own as a person and as an artist, and couldn't be more happy for him. I couldn't be more happy about this album and how great it turned out. Definitely in contention. I'm not going to say it's better than J. Cole's right now. It's been 1 week. But it's definitely up there.
Yeah.
It's definitely top 2 right now. Call Me If You Get Lost by Tyler. So any last thoughts on this before we can move on to...
I want to move on to, before you get to that, I want to move on to a different part. It's the same topic. In the last 10 years, I say 10, I would say 10, 11 years, which rapper has a better 3-album run than him?
We were actually talking about that. Kendrick Lamar, obviously.
I think Kendrick...
I don't think it's obvious.
I think...
He don't have 3 albums.
Kendrick?
I don't care. It's a mixtape. If we count Section 80...
Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, and Damn.
Oh, he did. Yeah, Kendrick is probably the only one. Yeah.
Kendrick,
I forgot. I totally forgot about Damn. I don't know why I love Damn so much. I had a brain fart.
Hey, okay. Honestly, this might be...
If you're going to say J. Cole, you're...
No. I'm not going to say J. Cole. This might be controversial, but honestly...
I'm not doing Logic either.
I'm not doing Logic. Hey, you gotta hear me out, bro. Before we start getting all this hate thrown, let's just guess Logic. Let's guess J. Cole, bro. Those aren't the only 2 artists I listen to. Although I am gonna sound like, dude, I'm totally gonna sound like just like the most generic rap fan. I'm going with Travis Scott. I think Travis Scott, Rodeo, Birds in the Trap, and then Astroworld, bro. I think that's a great 3-album run. I don't know if it's better than Tyler's, but it's just a name that came to mind. It's a name that came to mind.
Especially because of
I didn't hate any of those albums. I thought they were all great. And I'm still debating to this day whether I like Astroworld or Rodeo more.
Carousel exists. You know Carousel?
Yeah, I know Carousel exists, but 90210 exists.
No, as in 90210 exists, and I love 90210. Carousel exists, and Carousel sucks.
Oh, I thought you were trying to say that
Carousel exists. I don't know why it's a debate that Rodeo is not better.
No, it shouldn't be Rodeo. But this guy also thinks that Birds in the Trap is also like better than Rodeo.
I did not say that. I've never said that in my life.
You are always arguing that,
because it's underrated. Birds in the Trap is underrated. You telling me I'm wrong?
Yeah.
Birds in the Trap is underrated. Like it's not as bad. It's not a bad album.
It's not no. Okay, I'm not saying it's his best album, but I'm just saying. Anyway,
it just works.
Travis was the.
It is.
Travis Scott was one of the names that came to mind, but you guys are stupid, bro. So, I mean, I don't know. Do y'all have anyone else in mind? Travis is the only name that came to mind other than Kendrick.
I think...
Not within the last, in recent memory, no. Because there are, people like Outkast I saw, with ATLiens, Stankonia, and, what is it? Aquanimity or whatever? Equimini, whatever.
Yeah.
That was right there with it.
Even Love Below, speak about.
But yeah, I was just about to say.
I would say the next one, it depends if you count a Nostalgia Ultra as an album.
Oh, yeah.
Man, y'all don't want to hear my thoughts on that.
You don't like Nostalgia Ultra?
I don't like... Should I say it? I want to be back on the podcast, but I don't want to,
It depends what you're about to say.
It's exactly what you think I'm going to say.
You think Frank Ocean's overrated?
Extremely.
Oh no, that's
sorry.
it. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. No, it's okay.
Why do you think Frank Ocean's overrated?
I mean, I think oh man, we're gonna start some shit here. His voice is phenomenal, no questioning it, right? But I think there are plenty of artists that have a better voice.
Yeah, but the voice isn't not necessarily the appeal; it's the writing as well.
Yeah,
I think the writing
part of
my problem with it though.
Spot on.
Is his writing isn't as good as everyone thinks it is.
Okay, who would you in that lane of music? Who would you assume is better?
I know the argument.
Right now, who's better?
The argument that's always made, and I don't think it. I'm fine with it being an argument. I don't think it's like Frank Ocean's so shit that like no one should ever talk about him. I think he's great, but I just think he's a little overrated. Like people have like talked about him as like one of the greatest like R&B or like pop artists of all time. He's not really pop.
He's one more album short for me. One more album, and that's
I'm saying The Weeknd's already there.
The Weeknd's.
You didn't like that.
The Weeknd. Oh, I love The Weeknd. The Weeknd can't lace Frank Ocean's boots.
Bro, are you out of your mind?
I'm actually interested to see. I mean, I know
Gage. Gage knows I like The Weeknd.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like just trashing The Weeknd. Like I like The Weeknd, but The Weeknd makes music only good if not only good, but it's way better. The drop off between Under the Influence Weeknd music and sober, how it sounds. Take it with it as you will, is a huge drop off. Plus, I heard what Frank Ocean did on what was it? No Church in the Wild.
Oh yeah, okay.
We can connect.
I mean,
okay, but my thing with that,
the thing. So, as you know, I love The Weeknd. I love Frank Ocean. I love both of these guys. I think Frank is more. I don't know. I guess just creative is the right word. I think like when it comes to coming up with new sounds and like just when it comes just to straight up songwriting, I don't think I don't think anyone can touch Frank Ocean when it comes to that kind of music. But I think there's just something about The Weeknd, man. He's just got a lot of that's the difference between the two. I think Frank Ocean could be a megastar the same way The Weeknd is, but he's just not like that. He doesn't want to be. Like he's kind of a hermit, you know what I mean? Like he doesn't leave his house. But The Weeknd, he makes good music. He's always out. Like I mean, he's not the most vocal person. He's not like.
I think The Weeknd's a better singer than Frank. Like Frank can't sing he can't sing better than The Weeknd. That's a fact. The Weeknd's a great singer. He's a great singer when he wants to be. The problem with me is The Weeknd's writing has been. I just don't think it's been that like up to par. Like I love After Hours.
I was about to say the whole album.
The Snow Child is some of the worst rapping I've ever heard.
Give me some. I can't fucking stand that song. It is one of the worst songs I've ever heard. It's not the worst. That's exaggerating, but I hate that song
why
so
did he
much.
rap?
I don't know.
Why did he?
Steve, but like honestly, like I don't know. If you're gonna say like The Weeknd's music is only good, I know you're exaggerating, but like it gets better because you're under the influence.
Nice.
Frank's music is only good because you're depressed. That's the only thing.
Hey. Touche. That's what I'm saying. I love Frank's music, but yeah, I think it might be just.
It's not even like Channel Orange. Channel Orange is not a sad
that's
album.
True.
Everybody
that's true.
thinks Blonde is a sad. I'll give you Blonde.
Yeah.
But Channel Orange is not. Channel Orange is not. Channel Orange is. I would say it's a summer album.
I love Channel Orange so much,
Pyramids,
and I've been trying to put you onto this
Channel
album
Orange
for the
is way
longest
better
time.
than Blonde.
It's okay. Channel
That's not
Orange,
a bad take. That's not a bad take.
Here's my take. And this is hard for me because, again, I love After Hours. I love The Weeknd, but I think Channel Orange is better than anything The Weeknd's put out.
I think Channel Orange is better. I think Channel Orange is the best one.
And not by a lot. I'll say not by a lot because I actually really enjoy House of Balloons and After Hours by The Weeknd. Blonde is awesome too, by the way. But I think Channel Orange, if we're comparing all of the albums from Frank's discography and all the albums from Abel's, it's Channel Orange.
Channel Orange, yeah,
By
I'm not
far.
gonna lie to you. Nostalgia Ultra, like my thing with Blonde is I love Blonde. I think some tracks on Blonde are just so amazing, like White Ferrari.
I like White Ferrari. Ivy. I really like Godspeed is my favorite
Godspeed. What's the song I love so much? It might be my Frank. I'm blanking right now. I'm having a brain fart. Off the Frank album.
See, I don't know. My thing is just like. I don't know. You say like Frank can do so much more, but like.
Hold on, I'm killing this shit. Relax.
Good guy?
No, I'm ready.
Look
Self-control.
Self-control
is amazing. It's so amazing. Nights is amazing.
Yeah.
My thing is that like pyramids exist.
Yeah.
I think pyramids is like it's such a Weeknd. That sounds like a Weeknd song.
Mm-hmm.
And to make the case, that's better than any Weeknd song ever. Pyramids?
I honestly won't debate that because I love Pyramids so much. The beat switch is so nice. I don't know, dude. the thing is,
right? It sounds like a weekend song.
This is honestly the hardest debate we could have brought to the table today because I love both of these guys
He's
so
about to
much.
explode
I know
right
you were getting so mad. I think we're all kind of except you. You are like 100% like free. Okay, so tell us. All right, here we'll let you have the table.
If you don't say three of these only 3 weekend songs, I'll accept.
3 weekend songs better than
That if you can make the argument, I'll accept it.
Better than
from you. I will not agree.
So, first off, let me just say, if you have to say that an artist making blank kind of music is another artist's music, then you're saying Frank Ocean makes the Pyramids is the Weeknd type of song. The Weeknd owns that sound. He made that music. Like that's Frank Ocean is doing his shit.
I have a counter argument. I have two counter arguments.
And you're gonna say he does it better than the Weeknd?
Yes, that's how he did. Now we can make that better type of music, but Pyramids is phenomenal. Same with Super Rich Kids, phenomenal.
Agreed.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I can make the cases. Kanye West, 808s and Heartbreaks came out a year or two after The Love Below.
Yeah.
The Love Below was Kanye got the idea of 808, and we're not gonna. I love The Love Below. I love it. 808s and Heartbreaks.
808s are better.
Yeah.
T-Pain existed before Kanye made Graduation. T-Pain made that sound. It doesn't mean that Kanye can't do it better. Graduation was better than.
Yeah, but I mean,
even though that T-Pain has he has classic albums.
Honestly, I'll give you that. But to get back to Pyramids, ready?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Die for You, off of
No.
Starboy.
No. It's a great song.
It can't lace Pyramids boots
No,
up.
Pyramids.
It can't.
We need to like sit down and listen to Pyramids again because I think you need to like listen to it.
I don't think you understand how good Pyramids is.
I don't think, dude, Die For You, literally you cannot listen to that song without like crying and screaming.
I don't think Die For You is even a top 3 song of that album.
Okay, and I'll give you that because Starboy is so good.
I love Starboy.
I think
you got hate. I think that is what like when you're making the argument for Birds in the Trap. I think that's what you should have made with Starboy.
Yeah. So
Starboy
do you think
gets
the Weeknd?
overhated.
So do you think the Weeknd has a 3 album, like a string of 3 albums that are better than Tyler?
No, not better.
No, not better than Tyler.
Better than Kendrick? Better than Travis?
Nah, better than Travis.
I love Trilogy. I love After Hours. I think out of all those, Flower Boy, if you compare them to top, and they don't make the same type of music. We get it. Yeah. We're just arguing the artists and their runs. I get the argument. I get it. But if we're saying Tyler's got 2 albums, in my opinion, better than Trilogy.
Yeah.
And that's even though we don't agree, that's the consensus best Weeknd project. It goes Trilogy, After Hours. Starboy's consensus. Everybody thinks it's the worst. It's my favorite Weeknd project.
No, me too. I think After Hours is the better album, but I think Starboy is my favorite.
It's more enjoyable.
Yeah, for me. See, but like that's the thing is, and we've talked about this a bunch of times, and I know it's gonna. I don't know how you're gonna react. Blinding Lights. I understand it is overplayed as shit.
I don't like that song.
It is a phenomenal song, and it has been played 1,000 times, shoved into my ear holes, and I didn't want it.
Pause.
and it's still a 10 out of 10 song, and because it does so much.
I think what was the other song that he came out during that?
Heartless.
Ooh, I don't even think Blinded Lights is the top 3 song on that album.
Fair. But that goes to shit like. Frank's albums, he has top 3 tracks in his albums.
No, but the thing is, you can debate them too.
Channel
I think
Orange is
Pyramids.
Pyramids. I think it's Lost, but it's not. I understand that. Super Rich Kids
and Bad Religion, in
Lost.
my opinion. Lost and Bad Religion.
Yeah.
Oh, we're forgetting the ones that we're thinking about you exist. Like,
wait.
I know, but the thing is, I like Bad Religion.
Pink
Matter with Andre 3000.
That's what I was gonna say. Andre saves that song. Not saves
it.
Not saves
easy.
it. But it would be like, okay, this is a pretty good song. If Andre didn't come on and go, dude, and fucking go crazy on it, bro.
Andre 3000 was pretty great on that song.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I feel like there's a more like reasonable top 3 for each fucking Frank Ocean album than.
I think Frank Ocean is like he's just one album away.
Yeah.
Like I love Endless. I don't count Endless as anything.
Who knows when he's gonna drop again, bro? Honestly, I'm praying for Frank, man. He's going through some stuff right now. I don't know if y'all saw, but his brother died like during last summer, so he's been really quiet. We haven't seen any pictures of him. He hasn't released any snippets or anything.
Got that little talking. Him on.
We heard him very, very limited on Tyler's album. So we're praying for Frank, hoping he's doing okay. But one of the things that I love about music, and I think one of the things that a lot of these albums that we've been talking about have in common is like there are moments in each album that we're like, okay, this song is amazing, or like this is like really where this rapper, this artist took his game to the next step. So Dylan, you're going to Arizona State to become a film major. What are some movies and some scenes from movies that make you go like, damn, this actor really did that. Like he is playing that character. He is no longer an actor. Like he is that guy.
I think anyone who knows me and knows like my like goals in life, like for me to want to be, I want to be an actor, right? But like I'm trying to like get behind the camera first. The reason I want to be an actor, I had no clue what the fuck I wanted to do, and then I watched The Dark Knight, and Heath Ledger is the Joker. I know it's like the most typical like film student thing to say. Heath Ledger's Joker will never be topped by anyone. Not just for the Joker either. It is the greatest acting performance of all time. It's just
you must have not seen Jackie Chan in Rush Hour 2. Gage, you must have not seen it. It's okay. Ignorance is bliss. You must have not seen it.
You really said
I was going to say like Leonardo DiCaprio on Shutter Island or
I said Shutter Island is a really good movie.
I'm not a big Leo
You also
fan.
got
he's overrated.
Whoa.
He's not overrated because the proof's in the pudding. Like he's just that guy. Like of course he's not. I just think he's like The Revenant stunk.
Oh yeah,
that's the one.
I don't know why he out of all the movies you want to give him best actor for, he stunk it.
It was just a makeup call.
He said 4 words in that movie.
Yeah, that is a makeup call.
Definitely.
That's the definition of a makeup call.
Didn't get it for Shutter Island. He didn't get it for The Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street is the one I think he should have got. I don't know about Shutter Island because I don't know what came out that year. Gage, well, I'm saying I don't know why it came out that year. You have the computer. You should search it up.
I should.
Wolf of Wall Street.
No, look at us. Our production budget's going up.
So I mean, that's like my thing is like, as much as I do love Heath Ledger, like the only other movie I've seen him in is Brokeback Mountain. And don't get me wrong, like watching Heath Ledger Jake Gyllenhaal, it's nice.
We're gonna use the bleep. We're gonna use the bleep. Oh my god. I wanna use the bleep. We're gonna use it.
But watching him do that, it's fun,
It's fun?
It's fun.
It's fun?
Pause. It was good, okay? It was good. Man,
hey.
dude, it's Pride Month.
Wait, Gage. Are we recording? That's the No, but like I don't know. Like I like Leonardo DiCaprio.
I love Brokeback Mountain. That's how we're gonna start the clip. I love Brokeback Mountain. It's my favorite movie.
No, but like, it's good. But I mean, as like a typical film student, I fucking love Leonardo DiCaprio. I gotta stop cussing. Leonardo DiCaprio and Quentin Tarantino.
We don't got a sponsor yet. Hey, sponsors out there, hit us up. If anybody knows an OnlyFans model, we need them on the podcast. No, I'm with you though. Like Leo's that guy. I'm not gonna say.
Yeah.
Inception was better than Shutter Island. Shutter Island as a movie was better. Inception was really bad. Inception.
Okay,
I don't know.
10 times Leonardo DiCaprio didn't win an Oscar.
Well, did you search up the year that Shutter Island came out?
Yes, but it wasn't nominated for an Oscar in that year.
Well, he wasn't nominated for an Oscar?
That movie at all wasn't nominated for any Oscars.
Oh, he's mid.
What?
So there's What's Eating Gilbert Grape in 1993, Titanic in 1997, Catch Me If You Can in 2002.
He killed that shit.
That movie is really good.
Phenomenal.
The Aviator in 2004, Blood Diamonds in 2006.
Blood Diamonds, he sucks in that movie, but that movie's fun.
Yeah, The Departed 2006, Shutter Island 2010. Oh, okay. So I guess it wasn't nominated, but that was one of the movies that I thought he should have won one for. And then The Wolf of Wall Street and Django Unchained. Which
Oh my God! Yes.
Django's a great movie. He shouldn't have won that.
that's actually his favorite movie.
My favorite movie of all time.
That's a good
no
choice. Django's
question.
good.
I've seen that movie at least 100 times over. And again, like I was saying, like I'm a film nerd. I'm going to film school. The typical generic answer is that I love Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like Tarantino. My aunt put me on to it. She's a big. She used to do makeup arts for movies in Argentina.
Oh shit!
So she was really into like Studio Ghibli and like Tarantino movies. So she put me on to that. I like Tarantino movies. I think Pulp Fiction is not my favorite movie. I don't like Pulp Fiction.
I love it. It's great, but it's not. I don't think.
My favorite Tarantino movie. Django's up there for sure.
Yeah.
Run off Tarantino movies just in case I forget.
Inglourious Bastards.
Inglourious Bastards.
Jackie Brown,
really
Kill
good.
Bill, Kill Bill 2.
Oh, you're right. Kill Bill 1 is amazing.
Pulp Fiction.
I'm of the mindset. What is your take on
Once
this?
Upon a Time.
Once Upon a Time is in my top 2 Tarantino movies. It's just, I love that movie so much.
Yeah, take
Kill Bill 2 should have been split up. It should be 3 Kill Bill movies. I felt like it was just so rushed at the end.
I agree.
I haven't seen Kill Bill 2. That's like
what?
You watched Kill Bill 1 with me, but not
Kill Bill.
2.
If Kill Bill 1 is a 10, the Kill Bill 2 is a 7.
All I've seen from Kill Bill 2 is that it's Tarantino's second worst movie, behind Jackie Brown, which is like his first.
I like Jackie Brown.
I don't know. I mean, basically, I didn't even. I'm surprised you say that because most people said there shouldn't have been a Kill Bill 2 at all. So I'm surprised you're saying that there should be.
It needed to because the way he said it. It didn't need to if he would have just like
executed the ending correctly.
No, but it wasn't necessarily a cliffhanger, but he was always gonna make a sequel to Kill Bill 1, like because he was like because of the what was it, the amount of the assassins, like he said they only killed 2 assassins in the first one, and the second one they killed 2, and then they killed the final boss. With the final boss, it was just so anticlimactic. I don't know. He was just he I think it was because of the fact that like I know I started like crazy listeners. I know. But like the guy was so old. Like it's not that he's not a good actor. It was just like the fact that you had Uma Thurman she was ripe.
Yeah.
Uma Thurman was ripe. Uma Thurman is in her prime. She was ripe. And then you have like a 70-year-old guy just limping like a flesh bag. And that's supposed to be the guy that bagged Uma Thurman? I'm supposed to believe that? That's what
called him a flesh bag.
He just looked so old. I was like, bro. But Kill Bill 2, like it started off so good. Like I don't want to spoil it for you if you care about spoilers.
No, I mean I'm definitely gonna get around to it.
It's the beginning is cool, but at the end you're like, this was it. They killed him because the fight was lame. I'm gonna let you know right now.
So
the last fight was lame.
So Dylan, would you be open to having some of our followers like leave some movies for you to watch in the comments?
Yeah. I mean, as like dedicated as I am to film, like ask me any classic movie ever. I have not seen it.
Not even classic movie. I think like classic is such a pretentious term.
Oh,
not you saying it.
No,
but
no. Yeah.
Just in general, like there's some bad movies that are classics.
Oh yeah.
Like
you ever seen Taxi Driver?
The Robert De Niro. I've heard of it. I've never seen it. Nobody gonna see
ass. It's not good.
He did not hold back.
I'm sorry, it is not good. Like I know Joker, like the new Joker, came out way after the fact. Joker is way better than Taxi Driver, and it's the same kind of movie. It's not good. I don't know.
And I'm with you with like some old, especially some Oscar movies. Like, what was it? That fish, the fish fuck movie?
Shape of Water.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that
one.
one.
It stinks. I watched 10 minutes of it. My roommate Xavier, he watching movies like he's a film junkie too, and he was like, "Oh, it's not bad, it's not bad." I was like, "Bro, this movie stinks." My movies, I don't give a fuck. You think I'm gonna watch a movie about fish fucking each other?
See, well, you watched one about cowboys doing it.
Okay, that's different. You gotta watch it.
They're hot.
Pause. Hold on. Can we turn the camera off? Can we restart?
I'm saying, if you're gonna watch any 2 cowboys,
no, stop. Okay, let's end the conversation.
5 months over with.
He's still trying to sell us on watching Brokeback Mountain.
I'm saying,
hey, Ethan, maybe we should do it for the YouTube. Just you and me sit down and watch Brokeback Mountain.
You recreate Brokeback Mountain?
No. Okay, never mind. Moving on.
I say both of y'all do like a video of you guys watching Brokeback Mountain with some alcohol and some horny pills, right?
Yeah. I told him about me taking horny pills one time.
Yeah. The ashwagandha pills.
The ashwagandha.
All right, so we still got a couple more minutes before. Gotta say bye to Dylan. We're shipping him back off to San Antonio. So right before we started recording, we were watching some soccer.
Yeah, man.
And we were watching the European Championships. We were watching the Sweden game, and they just got knocked off by who were they playing? Ukraine.
Yeah.
So I really don't know where to go with this, man. I'm really excited that like the World Cup is only a year away, and we're getting just a sneak peek of a lot of these teams. France losing yesterday was crazy.
I've never been...
France losing earlier in the week when you guys listen to this, but yeah, France losing and Mbappe missing that penalty and the easy
like
go up.
Easy sitters that he missed, and I was just like, I'm just so happy we're getting like international tournaments, brother. I get the teams are good, and like I know there's not really a great like international team for like there's not really one out there.
Yeah,
there are a bunch of like all the heavyweights are like meh. Like, they're so talented, but they're like, meh. But I'm just so happy. We got robbed last year of, like, Euro and Copa America. Like, I'm just so happy we get them both in the same summer. Like, oh my God, I'm so gassed.
No, it's super exciting. I mean, just to see, like, these, like, world-class caliber players, you know, all get together. Even if there isn't, like, one team that is just, like, you know, you get to watch them do, like, such amazing things.
And that's the fun thing about this, like, this upcoming year that we were talking about, is that usually you kind of have an idea of who's going to be in it, usually towards the end, who's going to, like, have a really good chance of winning it. I couldn't tell you who's even going to be in the running for it this year, because there's so many different teams that, I mean, you look at the team last year, Croatia was in the final, right? Or in the semis? Or not?
Last World
Yeah,
Cup
last
they
World
made it to the
Cup.
final.
Yeah, they made it to the finals.
They beat England.
I don't know if they're
even.
I don't even know if they'll make it to the round of 16 if we're watching the way they played in the Euro Cup, or in the Euro. So
I think the thing with Croatia is, like, they were just so dominant. I know you guys don't follow soccer like that too much. So I'm gonna just give it to y'all. Pause. But but they just had like a 3 world class midfielders, and it's the fact that they're all 34. Like, by the time this year is, they're 34, 35. It's like they had their golden age. They made it to a World Cup final. Like, nobody would ever think Croatia made it to a World Cup final.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact that, like, they're just older, so we didn't see them. France they couldn't defend for their lives.
Mm-hmm.
They were really bad. Same with Portugal. They just, like, I think Portugal was more of a coaching problem than a player problem. I think Portugal, like, the coach, he did so good in the Euro. He did good with less talent. He's one of those coaches.
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be so... Like, there are a few teams that we didn't even mention who are probably going to be in the running. Like, we didn't mention Brazil, who, I mean, we know they're always good. We'll see if they can make it to the final. England, we didn't even mention...
They beat Germany. They got over their Germany ghosts. I was so happy watching that word today.
That was a great game, too. I mean, it was just crazy seeing Germany lose like that.
I'm
like,
so happy.
2-0 to a team that, I mean, historically hasn't been very good against Germany, or at least in the past couple decades.
In fact, this tournament would make it 25 years since that Golden Age team. They lost in penalty shootouts to Germany. No, I was really happy.
It's so exciting. Well,
it's exciting to get to that point where, like, you don't really know who's gonna win it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, for all sports too, like the NBA right now, since LeBron and Curry aren't in it, thank God.
And even Katie's not even in it.
Katie's not in it too.
Like, you literally have no clue, and it's exciting because no one wants to see LeBron win it for the 16th year in a row.
So, we talked a little bit about the NBA and talked a little bit about soccer, but we know, or I know at least, that your sport of choice is football.
Yeah.
You love football. Who is your team?
Oh man.
What you mean? Don't you a Packers fan too?
No.
No, worse. Hold on, don't handshake him. Don't handshake him. Just wait, he's about to
worse for you or worse for me?
Worse for everybody.
Everyone.
You a Patriots fan? You're a nerd. You're a nerd.
Get off the show.
Oh my God.
Get off the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
No nerds.
Okay, let me give some context to it. Okay.
I got a friend named Jason. He had a loser Patriots fan. He a bandwagon too. He keeps swearing. He telling me, bro, I had a picture in Randy Moss jersey when I was 3 years old. Get the fuck out of here.
You're not gonna like this story. But
That's the same thing.
this is my context. This is my excuse for being a Patriots fan. As a kid, we all went through that rebellious phase, right, where we just didn't want to do go along with shit that our family was doing. My family's a Packers family. One day the Packers were playing the Patriots. They were saying go Packers. Lucky me, they were going against the Patriots, so I said, nah, fuck the Packers. Let's go Patriots.
I already know the outcome of the game.
I honestly don't even remember.
Packers won.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know.
That one of the only times.
Tom Brady owns Rodgers.
Guys.
Yeah, I'm a Buccaneers fan, by the way. No.
Hold on.
Look how chicken he got.
Dude, just wait till we get to the NFL season, because once we start talking about the Dallas Cowboys, it is going to...
Why does he gotta bring the
You're
Cowboys?
a Cowboys fan?
Yeah. Nothing to do with what we talking about right now. The Cowboys...
Get off the show,
The Cowboys...
nerd. This is now the Dylan and Gage show.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
The Cowboys ain't got nothing to do. Why you gotta bring them up? I didn't say nothing
You didn't
about
have
them.
to talk shit about the
I can
Packers.
talk shit about them. We're talking about them. We're not talking about the Cowboys.
We weren't talking about the Packers.
We
You
were
said
talking
something about the Packers
He
before we
said-
even started.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Run the clip.
Run the replay. We'll wait.
I'll say I'm always on board for shit talking the Cowboys.
You made me sick.
Yeah, I can't really say anything. I just came out as a Patriots.
So,
fan.
how do you feel about the Patriots this year?
It is
Got a new
bright,
quarterback. It is.
LGBTQIAP Patriots fan.
So, how do you feel about the Patriots this year? And this is we're actually running out of time, so getting ready to wrap it up. How do you feel about the Patriots this year? And how do you feel about the NFL this year? Who do you think might be a sleeper? Or just leave us with your ending thoughts.
Right away, coming out with it. So it is on recording, and when this happens, I want every follower to give me money because I'm putting it out there right now. The Rams are winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's your pick. That's not that big. I'm picking the Browns will win the Super Bowl.
The Browns, okay, Gage. Don't say it.
I think it's so early to say, but I think I am gonna go with Kansas City.
My thing with Kansas City, real quick, this is the last thing we're gonna say about this. Then we get to my topic of choice. If you don't hear the topic of choice, that means because it was too much and we cut it. So, I think with Kansas City, I think Kansas City's in the stage where the Patriots were right after Brady won his first 2 rings, where they're always going to make an NFC Championship game. Mm-hmm. They're not going to be how dominant towards the end where they would win one every year. Mm-hmm. They're going to make an NFC Championship game. They'll make a Super Bowl, but they'll lose to how Brady lost to the Falcons.
Ravens.
The Ravens,
the
or he loses to the
Steelers.
Steelers here and now and then, but he'd always make the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I think he's going to be in that stage. Mahomes, and I think the Browns, they don't have a single hole.
Yeah, I really like the Browns
they
too.
Don't have a single hole.
I just picked the Chiefs because y'all had already picked the 2 teams that I was thinking. Yeah. But yeah, I think the Chiefs, honestly, are probably still going to be in the running of it. Wouldn't be surprised if they won the Super Bowl. Screw the Buccaneers.
Facts. I think we game Bucks, Browns, Super Bowl. I think the Bucks would. I'm gonna pick the Browns.
I'm so done.
I can't have the Browns win the Super Bowl.
I swear, if the Bucks win another Super Bowl, if Tom Brady,
I can't have the Browns win another Super Bowl. Right? It wouldn't. I can't have Browns win any Super Bowl. That's gonna be bad for my mental health.
Oh no!
As a Cowboys fan, that would be so bad for my mental health.
I'm going Rams, probably Chiefs, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is my topic of choice. It's an X-rated topic. If like I said, remember, it don't even matter. We're just gonna keep talking about it.
All right.
It's such a great topic that I have an idea, right?
All
right. Think about this, right? It's gonna take me a minute to get to my point, but when I get there, it'll make sense in the end, right? All right. Think about this, right? I think why do you think straight dudes don't get their
Dylan, thanks for joining the show. We really appreciate you taking some time out of your day.
Start it over. Are we cutting this clip?
No, that's fine. We can keep that first part. Thank you guys for checking out this episode with my blood brother, Dylan Sutton. Thank you so much for joining me. We really appreciate it.
And if you want to hear my thoughts on why more straight men don't think about it too much. You've been listening to Are We Recorded? We'll be back next week.